Hello, fellow Falcons. I'm going to take you through the trip registration process for student organizations at BGSU. Here are the steps for trip registration. Number 1, a train trip coordinator must attend each registered trip. Number 2, trips need to be registered if travel is planned for out of state of farther than 35 miles away. Number 3, trips must be registered 2 weeks in advance of trip departure. Number 4, a medical form and liability release must be completed by each participant for each trip. Number 5, if using a rental vehicle or university-owned vehicle, each driver must complete a motor vehicle record statement. After logging onto OrgSync, you will see the My Memberships tab on the top right. Click on My Memberships to access the Trip Coordinator portal. Here you will see the main profile of the portal. In the middle, you can access the medical forms or the trip registration, or you can also go to the Forms tab. From here, you can click on the Registration of Travel for Student Organizations. Then click Begin Form. I'm going to take you through the trip registration process for student organizations at BGSU. A train trip coordinator fills out trip registration form in OrgSync. A train trip coordinator must attend each registered trip. Trip registration must be submitted 2 weeks prior to date of travel. Here are some tips for registering travel for your student organization. When submitting the participant roster form, please include full names and email addresses of all participants. Participants who will be driving should also be indicated within this document. If the trip includes overnight stay, for safety purposes, BGSU requires a list including which individuals will be staying in each reserved room. Each name listed on the participant roster should also be listed on this document. If the trip includes an airplane, be sure to include all participants' flight information on the trip roster sheet. The organization president and advisor will need to approve the trip registration before it can be reviewed. Another responsibility of the trip coordinator is to organize the trip participants in the completion of a medical and liability release form in OrgSync. Here, click Begin Form. Any BGSU student has access to a medical form and liability release using their BGSU username and password. Who should submit the form? All trip participants, including trip coordinator, advisor, and non-BGSU students. When should they submit the form? As soon as possible. What information will they need to submit the form? Permanent and local addresses, 2 emergency contacts, and insurance information. How can one access the form? As the trip coordinator, you can send the OrgSync link for the medical forms found in the trip coordinator portal. Some organizations will schedule a portion of their student org meeting to have participants complete their medical form. Please inform the Office of Campus Activities of any changes to travel plans or participant list. OCA will inform trip coordinator about status of the trip and inform them when the travel binder is ready via OrgSync. Pick up the travel binder within 24 hours before departure time and return the travel binder and appropriate paperwork 48 hours following the trip. For more information, contact the Office of Campus Activities at 419-372-2343 or visit our website www.bgsu.edu/get-involved.